All right, hello and welcome everybody to the best place, absolute best place for Magic the Gathering Dino content. I know it's surprising. I'm starting an hour early tonight at 8:30 p.m. Thought let's just jump on. Hopefully some of you guys can join me a little bit earlier because I'm starting way early. I'll still probably go for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, but it's going to be very good tonight. Lots of interaction with this big fight Dino. Very exciting time for sure. Just go over the list because it is still quite a bit different than some lists I have used in the past. Starting off at the very beginning, we've got, well, technically for one, Primal Might, but with leaning towards lots of ramping, basic lands, that sort of thing, with Thunderherd Migration and Topiary Stomper, and then possibly Domri, Anarch of Bolas as well could help ramp. I want to be able to sink all of that available mana potentially, but if it goes late, I have a Primal Might. It's always fantastic sinking that mana into something like this. So for those, excuse me, I'm drinking, what am I drinking right now? A Blue Raspberry Sour Patch Ghost energy drink. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good night either way with that plus the dinos right here. But yes, lots of fighting. Marauding Raptor for the 2 slot. Now I'm still not using Otepic Huntmaster. I do want to keep with Marauding Raptor just because it can get so massive and the potential for swinging being so massive and the cost reduction, possibly helping us cast multiple dinos a turn due to that. More fighting, it's big fight dino, so my other second, well, basically tied with Primal Might, but Inscription of Abundance for 1 and a green, instant speed fighting is always lovely to have that, but this is versatile, as always, I've mentioned in the past. At the very least, you can slap 2/1/1 counters on a creature, or maybe just gain some life if it makes sense to do so. So both of these, being versatile, not absolutely requiring a creature on the opponent's side, is always lovely. You're never going to get caught out if you're facing something like Control that doesn't really have any creatures. For the 3 slot, again, I have, as you've seen, gone back to Topiary Stomper. Now this is actually a pretty fantastic fight target before you get to 7 lands, but with Thunderherd plus Topiary, there's a very good chance, and quite consistently you should be getting to those 7 lands and be able to start attacking and blocking with Topiary Stomper. But lovely, fantastic thing for 3. And then Domri, just some more fights, some more buffing, ramping, does it all. It's lovely stuff. I would suggest at least a couple copies of Domri in any Gruul Dino list that you guys might be considering. At least 1, but I would say probably 2, just because it is so fantastic. You probably don't need to go to 3 copies, but you'll never be sad to slot in a couple of these guys. And then the 4 slot, I mean, we've got Thunderherd Migration for 2 and Marauding Raptor. Now both of those could help accelerate out one of either Ripjaw Raptor or Shifting Ceratops for turn 3, which is just absolutely lovely. But they're my classic, fantastic 4-drop dinos. There isn't anything really that compares. If you're running maybe more non-dinos, perhaps you love to play a traditional Gruul aggro or Gruul mid-range, there's certainly some very fantastic creatures that cost similar to Ripjaw and Shifting Ceratops here. But I like to keep it mostly dinos, basically all dinos all the time. So it's those 2. Back to Regisaur Alpha. I'm excited tonight though. Man, I've missed this guy so much. The haste it helps big time, that's for sure. So hopefully we get to see that happen as we've seen it in the past. For Carnage Tyrant, yes, there's no Yidaro, there's no Galta, the queen of all dinos. I figured because there's so much fantastic removal, Azorius Control, Rakdos, just everything dying. So I want something that can stick around and cause pain and headaches for the opponent. So I'm just going all out, 4 copies. It's never really a bad thing if you see multiple Carnage Tyrants. I mean, hey, you get to see that fantastic animation whenever it enters the battlefield, and it's just an all-around good creature, especially a great fight target. Say, you know, you sink 7, 8 mana into Primal Might, slap that on the Carnage Tyrant, you're taking out, I would think, probably any potential creature that the opponent has. And then you swing with that super duper buffed Carnage Tyrant, and chances are they may not have enough to even take it out, so they're going to also be taking a ton of damage, which is just lovely. Lovely stuff right there. Mana base, nothing too crazy. Thunderherd and Topiary Stomper both grabbing basic lands. I have upped that to 8 currently. I had it at 9, but I did forget to add a copy of Lair of the Hydra, so I cut a forest to make space for Lair of the Hydra here. But other than that, 8, 9 basic lands seems to feel right when I have 2 things that are drawing basic lands out of the library. Sideboard-wise, it's also bringing the pain. I mean, there's the classic Rampaging Ferocidon, but you guys are seeing, Sweltering Suns. We're bringing the heat. Gonna smoke them, hopefully. Basically, just using Sweltering Suns as another copy of Anger of the Gods. It's usually probably worse. The cycling from Sweltering Suns is kind of nice, but basically it's in there just for more sweepers that deal 3 damage to each creature. And then we're finishing off with the Soul Guide Lantern. There's a lot of Rakdos, red-black, sacrifice, stuff that kind of uses the graveyard, so Soul Guide Lantern in there to hopefully bring the pain, and that's the game plan tonight. So let's get right into the first match. Hopefully we start off on a positive note. Topiary. I guess I could rename it Big Fight Dino. Nah. We'll leave it at there. Just because I had re-added Topiary Stomper, I thought, oh, that's Topiary. M2, M2, M2. We're seeing Jace. Hopefully it's not control, but that's kind of rough. And now we go first. 2 chances to draw that 3rd land that would get us to Topiary Stomper, which, you know what, I'm going to keep that. I'm going to risk this, because it could be quite fantastic if we either get a source of red or just another forest would still be okay. Cross your fingers for me. Oh boy. Oh, I thought that was a Thoughtseize coming down. But like I mentioned, Rakdos, and certainly seems like Rakdos it is. But they must not have a Thoughtseize, otherwise they would have used that their first turn. Oh boy. Well, we're really going to want something with Trample to get around the chump blocking potential of Cauldron Familiar. That's not good. I shouldn't have risked it. That is also kind of a tough spot. Balancing the need for that turn 2 red with Marauding Raptor and having enough sources of green for something like Topiary Stomper, Ripjaw Raptor, that sort of thing. But Jund, this is going to be rough. Oh, phew. Well, definitely we'll go with that Topiary for sure. That's not the opening of the can. Alright. You know what, I'll get a second source red just in case I want to go both Marauding Raptors in a single turn. Could potentially happen if we get into land next turn, we'd go one of the Maraudings, and then the second one we'd be left with 2 green, which we could go Ripjaw Raptor. That would be quite fantastic, drawing 2 cards there. But if I don't draw land, likely I'll probably go Marauding Raptor plus the second Topiary Stomper there. Oh, I gotta turn down sound on my headset. I always forget to do that. Oh, this is good. Oh boy, get excited here. Hopefully they don't kill this Marauding Raptor with a Fatal Push. I don't think that's going to happen. They have 1 treasure up, so we're going to just hope that's not what's happening here. Okay, yeah. Alright, well, let's go with the Ripjaw, and I'll hope they don't have that Fatal Push. Oh boy. Oh. Oh, okay, good. Whew. I was a little worried they had paused a little bit there, and yikes. That was kind of tense, actually. More tense than... Well, I've seen Fatal Push most nights, at least a couple times a night, so... Seeing that scenario there with that one treasure, that was risky, but they got to be feeling probably a little desperate. They're staring down some fantastic creatures. Next turn we got quite a few options. We have Primal Might plus Inscription of Abundance, potentially. Although I would like to... Oh, Corvold, we're taking that out. Yes, indeed. And they sacrificed the land. That is not good. Now, I don't know why the Goblin Shaman is attacking. Huh. Well, a block with a Marauding Raptor. Interesting. That is very interesting. What are they planning? That did not make a whole lot of sense in my mind. Huh. Alright, well, definitely Lair of the Hydra. Let's get that going. Now, I still think there could be a Fatal Push or something of some kind coming down the pipeline. I do want to take out Corvold, though. Yeah, we'll maintain Inscription of Abundance. Wait for it. So I'm going to swing with both Maraudings. See what they do. Interesting. I could pressure it, slap the inscription. No, I won't do that. I think we should be taking the Corvold here, I would imagine. You're probably wondering, what is this person doing? I think they want to do something to someone. Okay, yeah. I think we gotta take the chance. Try and get this fully kicked. Hopefully. Hopefully they don't have that Fatal Push. Ooh, that's not good. Not taking them to 7. Nuts. Shoot. Well, that's going to do it, unfortunately. They know what we're trying to do. Well, we'll just keep the same game plan. Hopefully go faster, but yeah. They have lots of ways to sacrifice things. I was trying to get them to do something. Anything with those treasure tokens. Maybe could have just continued to pass to the end of the turn and figure that maybe they would have used something like that, but I didn't want to risk it going all the way back to their turn and missing a potentially good window. It wasn't a great window, but a potentially good window there. Not quite. Okay, we can work with that. Hey, Yoguchio, how's it going? How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. Kind of rough there, unfortunately. Wasn't able to take down the core vault. Sometimes that guy can be pretty nasty for Jund sacrifice decks. Opponents really thinking about this one, though. Taking their sweet time. I would like to keep Primal. Nah, I'm going to keep Primal Might. I want the potential of Primal Might to take out something big and nasty. Oh, Lair of the Hydra, fantastic. Always lovely seeing that, since I do still only have one copy in the list. Excuse me. I think there's a pretty good chance we get to 5 for Regisaur Alpha. Hopefully it's, well, I mean, with Thunderherd there, we're basically guaranteed to get to 5. Ooh, yes. Okay, looking pretty decent. They can't Fatal Push Regisaur Alpha again because its mana value is 5, and Fatal Push only goes up to creatures with a mana value of 4, which is quite nice. Ooh, yeah, I like it. I don't see that Primal Might, so if they go Corvold sometime soon, I think we should have a pretty good chance to take it out with the Primal Might there. Definitely, he's going to be public enemy number 1, if and when they do drop him again. Wow, that is good. Hopefully they're sitting on some fatal pushes. I mean, I could see them taking out the token since it's the only thing they can target. But, we are going to take that too, because I suspect they have a Bone Crusher Giant, potentially. So the Goblin would have taken Regisaur down to 2 toughness temporarily. Bone Crusher Giant would have used the Stomp on Regisaur Alpha, and I didn't want to take that risk, just in case. Mayhem Devil. Question is, can they take out Regisaur Alpha? I don't think so. Trying to think here. I'd like to go a big Primal Might on the Dinosaur token. Now, I don't think they can sacrifice sacrifice the food. That they only get 2. Yeah, I think we just play it safe. Continue to play it safe with the Shifting Ceratops here, and then use Primal Might on. No, we'll save it for a big Primal Might next turn. Possibly. We'll see how they block though. Okay, taking out the token, as I expected. Well, they're not. I thought they were targeting the token. Huh. The Fatal Push, okay. As I had expected. Alright, well, we'll still be taking out the Mayhem Devil. I felt they had a Fatal Push. If I had dumped everything onto the token there, certainly they would have responded with Fatal Push, and it would have been a very sad day indeed. I think I pretty much... maybe I don't. I kind of want to take out Mayhem Devil, though. Nah, I'll wait. It's always nice taking out Mayhem Devil ASAP. Definitely if they get another one, but we'll see. Must be a little bit scared here. They can sacrifice 1, 2, 3 things, possibly. Corvold, okay, there we go. Now the question is, how many things can they sacrifice? I'm definitely going to be trying to take out Corvold coming up here. I'm not too bad. Ooh, I do like a Marauding Raptor, though. Question is if they have another Fatal Push or not. I don't think I can risk it. I don't need to dump so much into Primal Might. I can safely play Marauding Raptor and then still have enough to make Regisaur Alpha nice and big. I think he should survive this fight with Corvold. Hopefully. To sleep here. Bam. Oh. We got him. We got him. I was thinking of putting the Fatal Push or the Primal Might on the Dinosaur token, but I suspected they may have had another Fatal Push. So I had to play it safe, go Fatal Push on the Regisaur Alpha and not have to worry about the potential of a Primal Might there. I think they were figuring, oh, I just have to sacrifice something, I'll be able to take out Regisaur Alpha. But they can't, because he's 5. Oh, I suspect we may have had a nice little sneaky there, but probably should have been bringing in those sweepers there, doing fantastic work. I'm thinking we maybe drop Marauding Raptor. Yeah, we got to free up space somewhere. And Marauding Raptor, of course, easily dies to the Fatal Pushes, that sort of thing. And it will die to these sweepers, so that is one point to keep in mind. Either Inscription or Primal Might. Let's get rid of Inscription. 3 inscriptions. Okay. Here goes nothing. Plenty of sweepers, plenty of fighting, plenty of good stuff about to happen. They haven't seen the sweepers because we didn't have any in either game 1 or game 2, so this could be a nice surprise. I think I'll keep this. We got lots of lands. We see the fantastic Lair of the Hydra, as always, which we will have to watch out for the Fatal Push if they do have it. Oh, I was a little bit worried there. We'd be seeing turn 1 Witch's Oven, turn 2 Cauldron Familiar, but I guess that's not really a thing. Usually if they have the cat, they're going to play it on turn 1 so that they can attack with it on turn 2 and then sacrifice it with the Witch's Oven there. Oh, the Sweltering Suns. Good stuff. Next turn, just drop Regisaur Alpha. I like it. Potentially go Sweltering Suns, but we're in a pretty good position right now, I would think. Just a bunch of lands. Wow. Huh. That's actually pretty good. They can only play one of those 3 things that they exiled, which is actually working out in our favor. I expected the familiar at some point. You gotta. Okay. Now let's just go Regisaur. Keep the curve going nice and smooth and use up all our available mana. Certainly swing with this token and... Oh! Ooh. We're starting off good tonight, folks. Man, that was lovely stuff. They saw we dumped a whole bunch of goodies and they figured, oh, they're not recovering from this. Maybe they didn't have a single fatal push at all. Oh, that worked out. Man, that was good. That was good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. Wow. Things keep going the way they are. I should at least be able to open up 1 pack, I think, and I know I say this every night. I've said it for the past probably a couple weeks. Tonight's the night I open up my first copy of Fight Rigging from Streets of New Capenna. It's got to happen eventually. I'm resisting the urge. I have plenty of rare wild cards, just redeeming for that full play set. I'm still gonna hold out hope. VE616. Yes, thank you. That was fantastic. Oh, lovely stuff there. I think definitely lots of fighting interaction certainly helps, even if it is a lot of small creatures where a sweeper like Anger of the Gods would be better. Having enough fighting, keeping them down, usually still, that's not good. Oh, Primal Might though, I like it. It's looking like enchantments, something, Celestia into this, nuts. Well, we may be, excuse me, we may be just dead here, unfortunately. If we drop Marauding Raptor, next turn could make it a 4... yeah, we'll just go Marauding Raptor. If Generous Visitor is a 4/4, possibly we could take it out. Oh, yes. Good stuff. We're taking somebody out. Can't block. Alright. Now, they got Rune of Might. Going to slap it on that Generous Visitor. But we are going to take out that Generous Visitor. Absolutely. Phew. Yeah, I'm just going to swing with the Marauding as well, and I don't expect them to block with the Rune Forge, that's for sure. And I wouldn't want to block the Rune Forge when they slap a bunch of stuff on it as well. But we may also just be simply dead. Try and go as fast as possible, pretty much, but if they slap enough ruins on the Rune Forge, they got us. Basically, try to go as fast as possible, but... Oh, Hallowed Haunting, huh. Ooh, this is looking pretty good.
Where do you see my mates?
Ooh. Yes. Got him. Whew. I didn't... we got him. That doesn't always happen to Naya Rune Forge. But we had enough interaction. Lovely stuff with Domri and... We know what they're all about. I think we need more sweepers. The exile part of Anger of the Gods doesn't really matter too much. I think I'll go with 3 Sweltering Suns and then just to fill out 4 sweepers, just in case I don't end up needing the Sweltering Suns or I draw multiple copies, something like that. I could cycle it away where I may be stuck with, you know, an Anger of the Gods that I might not need. So Sweltering Suns in this matchup definitely feels like it's should be a little bit better, edging out Anger of the Gods, just because the exile part of it doesn't really apply too much, I would think. Inscription of Abundance, though, I do like the instant speed interaction still. Nothing really blue related. You know, I'm going to cut the Carnage Tyrant, just because we got to be going fast. I was thinking of cutting Shifting Ceratops, but I want, you know, a bunch of decently sized bodies that could still help me take out some of their creatures, whereas I might be a turn or two behind, a turn or two slow, trying to play Carnage Tyrant there, and they could just go off before then and just be out of range, unfortunately. Yeah. This should work. 3 lands, lovely. Turn 2 another Thunderherd. Well. Turn 2 Thunderherd, turn 3 Topiary. Something like that. At the very least, they're going a wee bit slow, which is nice. We'll get another source red. Definitely we got to have plenty of sources of red because I did bring in those sweepers, Sweltering Suns, and the single copy of Anger of the Gods, so I want to be nice and healthy with the red sources, for sure. I'm going to try and take out this Runeforge champion here. Doesn't look like I'll be able to coming up next turn. The question is, Shifting Ceratops? Kind of like Shifting Ceratops. I also like Topiary Stomper. Yeah, let's go with the Shifting. Hopefully getting a 5th land next turn. Use the full Inscription of Abundance to use Shifting to fight, take out the Runeforge champion. Hopefully. They could just dump a bunch of them on it, and it's going to be rough. They got to be a little bit worried about the fighting, so that's probably making them think twice about what they play right here. Certainly would make me think twice. Perhaps they have some sort of protection available if and when I do try and fight this Runeforge champ. Oh, well, they're going to do something to someone at some point. You know what? Let's just go the Thunderherd. We'll keep the 2 back for the Inscription of Abundance, definitely. And if they try to do some shenanigans on Shifting, we'll take out Runeforge. Knockout blow. Well, let's fight him. They do gain 2 life, but we took out the absolutely key Runeforge champion there. I figured something was happening. There could potentially be nothing we could do. Yeah, let's drop that Regisaur. Bring the pain with Domri and or Sweltering Suns next turn. Maybe Topiary plus Domri. We got a lot of options, but we're going to be hopefully killing some stuff. Certainly try and take out that generous visitor before it gets too big here. Okay, well, yeah. too good. Nuts. Yeah, that might be it, unfortunately. Okay, understandable. Yeah, we're not busting through this. Well, we can't beat that. That's for sure. I'm not really sure why they said oops, because we're dead. Either way. Well, keep it as is. Try and go as fast as possible, and hope they don't get that Hallowed Haunting, which is just absolutely disgusting. Disgusting stuff there. I'll keep it. 2 lands, Marauding plus Thunderherd. We got a Fighting, we got a Shifting. I think that should do the trick. I would say I'm going to fall asleep, but I've got my energy drink. Hopefully they get going. Probably a little bit worried about our aggression, our interaction level. Are wondering if their hand is good enough. Due to the fact there's that interaction. Let's see. Oh, Shaper's Sanctuary. Good old Shapers. I'm going to go with Marauding. Just to have a creature next turn. Possibly use Inscription or Primal Might to fight and kill somebody here. I gotta kill it. I think I gotta kill it. I'll pay that 2 life. Yeah, Primal Might. Don't really mind him drawing a card, definitely. I need to take out Starfield Mystic, that's for sure. I don't know why they keep saying oops. Authority of the Consuls, that's gonna be rough. It's definitely going to slow us down big time. So certainly we got to drop this Shifting. Alright, could be big next turn if we go the full Inscription of Abundance, possibly Anger of the Gods to maybe sweep something little, but I'm hoping for that full Inscription. Oh, the Hallowed Haunting. This, oh, another Shifting. Definitely drop that guy. Ooh. And hope they don't sweep me. Hopefully I didn't just jinx myself. It should be okay, I think. Hopefully they only get one more spirit. May just sweep everything with Anger of the Gods there. Runemite, I expected. Oh, no, that's not good. An 11-11. Well, well, well. That's no fun. Ah, I should have brought in Rampaging Ferocidon. Well, going to swing with everything. We'll see what they block with. If I can take out one of the spirits, it would drop them down. Okay, good, 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 good. Interesting. Okay. They sure gained a lot of life. I had to do something, but that's not going to do anything against this deck, which is just utter nonsense. My goodness. Well, we took a game from them, but there's really nothing you can do against that. Nothing I can do at the moment, unfortunately. That's just bonkers. Yeah, doesn't really matter how much interaction you have. They're just going to drop that hallowed whatchamacallit and make too many little flying spirits. Okay, that's going to have to be it. Marauding plus Topiary, and hopefully some fighting interaction, but yeah, looks like a control deck. Esper, I believe, is... I forget what that symbol is. What crime family from Streets of New Capenna that's from. At the very least, I will still be guaranteed to play Topiary Stomper next turn. Well, I'm going to play this second Marauding Raptor, just on the off chance that they would remove the only Marauding Raptor I have, get the second one, so... Well, okay, we got a nice little swing there. So we'll probably be left with maybe one Marauding Raptor. I would imagine they answer one of these. Excuse me. Oh, the Carnage Tyrant. Okay, I like it. Good stuff. Question is, do they have a sweeper next turn? They would have to have a sweeper next turn. Hopefully they don't have a sweeper next turn. Oh boy. Don't. Okay, well. Let's just keep swinging. I can't play Shifting Ceratops because it would die, unfortunately.
You stood but I'm going to end. You're done.
I'll get a land just to get to the fifth one and still hold off playing the shifting just in case they do sweep us here. That's alright. Maybe. Kind of. a fairy, not too bad. Still might have a chance. Hopefully this doesn't get them what they need. Bam. Phew. Oh, I was getting worried there. Taking them down to 2 and then maybe not getting it done. That's always rough. They don't have a whole lot of creatures, but the fighting still could be somewhat applicable. They make sometimes plenty of samurai tokens with the Wandering Emperor, so you got to keep that in mind. And then also they have Castle Ardenvale making 1/1 white humans. So overall, plus Shark Typhoon making the flying sharks, there's a decent chance for still a substantial amount of creatures. None that we need the sweepers for. Sometimes they can be pretty big, but yeah, I'll keep it as is. I was thinking of maybe cutting Ripjaw Raptor, but bring in something like Rampaging Ferocidon. Stop him from gaining some life, potentially. Not quite as fast as I would like to see. But it still could be worse. Could be a lot worse. I do love seeing the Shifting Ceratops. Plenty of lands at this point. Able to go, hopefully, Regisaur Alpha on turn 5. But we're probably seeing Lotus Field coming down here. It's not Lotus Field, huh? Interesting. Well, we got plenty of hasty stuff. Regisaur plus Shifting Ceratops. I'm thinking I'll go Regisaur or Ripjaw Raptor next turn. Just because I have 4 again. If I have the choice between Ripjaw Raptor or Shifting Ceratops while I have 4, I'll go Ripjaw Raptor just because I wouldn't be able to give Shifting Ceratops haste anyways, and it draws out removal like they used there, and certainly Shifting Ceratops is much better for this matchup. Oh, 3 Regisaur Alphas. Let's keep drawing out that removal and hope they run out at some point here. I would like to take out the Strict Proctor. Currently it's stopping me from making that Dinosaur token. I would have to pay an extra 2 for Regisaur Alpha just to get it, which is that's unfortunate to say the least. Yeah, let's go with the shifting. Let's try for that. Hope they don't do anything to it. Settle the wreckage. Okay, well, you know, that's how she goes. Guess I'll pop that. I was thinking of doing Thunderherd Migration, but we're getting 2 basics here anyways. Probably Doomscar, something like that. Hopefully it isn't something that counterspells. If the Wandering Emperor wants to exile the token, I mean, I'm okay with that. That didn't make a whole lot of sense.
You are not much of a roadblock.
I'll keep the Thunderherd in hand. I would have to reveal a Regisaur or a Shifting Ceratops. And I don't really want to give them that information. Inscription of Abundance, I do like. Let's go with Shifting. I still would have 5 to fight with Inscription on somebody. Right. Maximum damage. Now, Inscription could be used to fight the shark. I'd get through... no, I gotta get rid of Strict Proctor, that's for sure. 6. And we hope shifting sticks around, but at the very least, we got rid of the strict proctor. Dropping good old Regisaur next turn, possibly. We got 6. Now the exile, that's going to happen. Topiary, it's to be expected.
I'm keep up the pace.
Okay. Hasty shifting, take out that Topiary ASAP. And hope they don't have removal for the shifting, but they know another Regisaur is coming up. And definitely Topiary should slow them down somewhat. Oof, okay. We'll just hope it's not another Settle the Wreckage. They don't have much. No sweeper. Hey, it had to happen. I had to go as fast as possible, but we got a Topiary. We can attack with that good guy. Maybe. Certainly got enough lands at this point. Ooh, they want to play a Yorion, do they? I don't need another Topiary, so let's get that to the bottom. Hopefully that leads us to drawing something else good. Maybe another Shifting Ceratops would be quite ideal. That is not another Shifting Ceratops. Man, I got a lot of lands. 11, 13, wow.
My brow is home, your brow.
Yeah, farewell. Well, they don't have 6. More Thunderherd, which I don't need. Now let's just do the next one. Let's get all the lands out, and if there is basically no more lands to draw, there's probably a pretty good chance we'll get something usable next turn.
I'm not overconfident. We must protect and keep an open mind.
You would think. I mean, I got 5, 8, 9. Most of the lands in the deck.
Remember your training.
Well over half. Another Topiary. Okay. I will just play it. And they will counter it. But it's one less counter spell that they have. Make something happen here.
I've got new moves to teach you.
I hope. Domri, not. It's something. Yeah, we're not winning this one, that's for sure. But that's how it goes. Sometimes you just barf a bunch of lands, and there's nothing you can do in those situations. Lands for days, and I only have 22, so. Oh, I like the looks of that. Yep. We got Marauding, we got a fighting thingamajig, we got Topiary Stomper. Should be good. 5 lands, eventually getting to 5 for Inscription of Abundance there. Oh, and the Ripjaw. Let's play it a little bit safe. Let's go with the Topiary. If they do have some sort of removal for somebody. Maybe they counter. Okay. Well, it will get us to 7 lands a little bit sooner with Topiary. Oh, but it does get us to Regisaur. Let's go. Let's not go. Carnage Tyrant, let's go. You can't counter that. Just hope they don't draw a sweeper, basically. One top, one bottom, that might have gotten them the sweeper there. Boy. Teferi. I'm taking that guy out. Absolutely taking that guy out. Cycling desperately for something.
This is hardly my worst.
Did they get a sweeper? I don't think. They would have used it if they had it. Absolutely, they would have used it this turn. They could have that settle the wreckage, which gotta be wary of always. They don't have settle the wreckage. Good. I think we've probably mostly confirmed the fact they don't have settle the wreckage. Possibly. Still, they could have it. They're trying to maybe fake us out. Maybe. Hard to say. Oh boy. No, they need Yorion. I think they don't have settle. They don't have settle. Absolutely, they don't have settle. Question is, do I want maximum damage? 7, 8 plus 16. No, I want to take out Yorion, potentially with Carnage Tyrant next turn. That would actually be pretty good. I was thinking of taking out the Sharp. Nah. Instant speed, Inscription, Carnage, Yorion. That should be a good time. I think. If they play Yorion, they have nothing. Interesting. That is actually quite interesting. Let's go with Carnage. I'm going to go double Ripjaw. Either force that settle, because it is lethal. Okay. They're running out. They're digging desperate. Yes. Oh. Ooh. Yo, Guccio. Hopefully you are with me for that one. I would like to go back and reevaluate that. I think I did pretty good overall. Kind of reading what they had along the way, using it to determine with as much certainty as possible what they have and might not have, and be able to just dump stuff as fast as possible. Definitely when I saw them put Yorion into their hand, I felt that might mean they really want to potentially play that, basically just as a body to possibly help them survive. Oh, man, it is a good night. Even if that was my only win of the night, it would be fantastic. Taking down Azorius Control. Always is. Always is. Alright, what time is it at? Getting up there, actually. Oh, just past an hour. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to end it tonight a little bit early. I was thinking of going later, but I have some other stuff I want to do. But that was fantastic. 1-2, lost one. Definitely. I think this list is much, much better than the Polyraptor Forerunner list. That was quite a dud. At least in my mind. There's potential there for sure, but this very interactive, fast. We got Regisaur, we got Shifting to start off with. Lots of fighting, lots of sweepers. This seems to do the trick, because we never would have got that win if we were using the Forerunner Polyraptor deck. Absolutely. It wouldn't have happened. Guaranteed. But yeah, I love it. Lots of interaction, that's the way to go. Just slam those Carnage Tyrants and you'll get her done. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed Yoguchio, Draco, Blue Bear. If you're watching later on, I had a fantastic time, and hopefully you guys had a good one as well, right now or later on. So have a good night, a good morning, good afternoon, whenever it is. Remember, there's always room for improvement, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.